Gabriel Magalhaes' injury update emerges after Arsenal star forced off in Aston Villa win. Gabriel Magalhaes marked his first start since November 8th with the opening goal in Arsenal's 4-1 demolition of Aston Villa. Gabriel Magalhaes has avoided injury despite being forced off in the 77th minute of Arsenal's 4-1 triumph over Aston Villa. The Brazilian, making his first start since the 2-2 draw at Sunderland back in November, bundled home the opener after a mistake from Emiliano Martinez, who failed to catch following a corner. Further goals from Martin Zubimendi, Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Jesus saw the Gunners chalk up a statement victory in the absence of injured midfield maestro Declan Rice. However, there was also some concern when Arsenal's Fizzy signalled to the bench that Gabriel was unable to continue late in the second half. The Brazilian centre-back was replaced by Miles Lewis-Skelly, but thankfully is understood to have avoided injury and appeared to just be suffering from cramp. According to ESPN Brazil reporter João Costello Bronco, Gabriel also later said he was fine and that he just went off as a precaution. Rather comically, Piero Hincapié also accidentally stepped on Gabriel's fingers with his studs while his fellow defender was receiving treatment, but the pain was only minor. After the game, his manager Mikel Arteta paid tribute to his character for helping Arsenal move 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. The Spaniard said, "He comes back from an injury of 6 weeks that probably should have been a bit longer, and plays against probably the team that is the hardest to control, especially the front players and the striker that they have, in terms of their movements, and he impacted the game in an incredible way, both defending and in the opposition box." Gabriel's goal was his third of the season in all competitions. Arsenal must now rest and prepare to go again on Saturday, when they travel to Bournemouth, a ground where they were beaten 2-0 last season. The Gunners are hoping to have Rice back for the contest, but at this stage, that appears to be far from guaranteed. Arteta said post-match, when he was quizzed on the £105 million midfielder's fitness, "It depends whether he'll be available this weekend. The swelling has to come right down for him to have the chance to function. He wasn't able to do that today yet. He's improving, but let's see what happens in the next couple of days." Arsenal were boosted by the return of Jurriën Timber against Villa, but left-back Ricardo Calafiori was not fit enough to be part of the squad. Ben White and Kai Havertz were back on the bench though, and that is good news for Arteta, who has been without the German attacker since the opening day of the season. Gabriel Magalhaes explains fun response to Amadou Onana's celebration after big Arsenal win. Gabriel Magalhaes was videoed imitating Aston Villa midfielder Amadou Onana's celebration at Arsenal's big victory in the Premier League. Gabriel Magalhaes has explained his cheeky Amadou Onana copycat celebration following Arsenal's big win over Aston Villa as a bit of fun. The Brazilian returned for Arsenal the starting 11 and scored the opening goal of the 4-1 win that left many of the Villa players rather angry. Unai Emery walked immediately down the tunnel before claiming in post-match interviews that he waited to shake Mikel Arteta's hand, who couldn't find his compatriot seconds after the full-time whistle. In addition, Emi Martinez was videoed having to be held back after reacting to the goading from Arsenal fans over the tunnel. Gabriel, though, has personified the fun aspect of this Arsenal team. He put his own stamp on Victor Gyökeres's celebration when the Gunners beat Sporting CP in Lisbon last season, and now he is a teammate of the Swedish striker. Onana has been videoed after games, imitating putting 3 points in his pocket, which Gabriel took the opportunity to copy when on the camera feeds of Arsenal's in-house media team. "Yes, yes," he said. "Those sort of things spur you on. It's good fun. It's fun for them. It's fun for us as well. Like I said, we'll get the 3 points." And that they did, courtesy of another set-piece goal from the big defender. missing since suffering an adductor injury during international duty with Brazil for a friendly against Senegal. Gabriel spoke of his happiness to be back. "Yes, personally, it feels very, very good," he said. "I'm very, very happy. It was a difficult day, but I worked a lot to come back as quickly as possible. Today I'm so happy to be back with the team with a big win." However, Gabriel is not yet getting too carried away after the win in regard to the title race. Like his manager so often has before him, the 28-year-old is taking things one step at a time. "I think we need to go game by game, and let's work together," he said. "And don't need to think about the other teams. Think about us and need to keep playing."